The Bangkok Mass Transit System, often referred to as the Bangkok BTS or Skytrain, is a pivotal example of urban infrastructure development in Thailand. Spanning decades, its evolution has been instrumental in addressing the city's notorious traffic congestion, enhancing connectivity, and facilitating sustainable urban growth. The concept of a modern mass transit system in Bangkok emerged in the late 20th century. Rapid urbanization had led to burgeoning traffic congestion, air pollution, and a strain on existing transport networks. To counter these challenges, the Thai government recognized the need for a comprehensive public transportation solution. The development process can be divided into several key phases. Phase 1, Inception and Planning, 1990s. Phase 1 marked a significant turning point in addressing the pressing issue of traffic congestion and modernizing the city's transportation infrastructure. This phase was characterized by the inception and meticulous planning of the system, setting the stage for the subsequent construction and implementation of the mass transit network. In the early 1990s, Bangkok was grappling with rapid urbanization, which had led to a surge in the number of vehicles on the roads. This resulted in severe traffic congestion, air pollution, and an overall decline in the quality of life for residents. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the Thai government initiated a series of studies to assess the feasibility of introducing a comprehensive mass transit system. The primary objective of these studies was twofold: to alleviate the traffic congestion that was particularly acute in the central business district, and to create better connectivity between various neighborhoods and areas within the city. The authorities realized that a well-planned mass transit system could not only reduce traffic congestion but also contribute to urban development, economic growth, and environmental sustainability. As a direct outcome of these studies, the Bangkok Mass Transit Authority, BMTA, was established. The BMTA played a crucial role in overseeing the entire project, from planning and construction to eventual operation. It acted as the coordinating body, liaising between different government agencies, private stakeholders, and international partners. Extensive planning formed the cornerstone of this phase. This encompassed a range of activities, including route identification. Planners conducted in-depth studies to identify the optimal routes for the mass transit system. These routes were strategically chosen to cover areas with the highest traffic density, connecting key commercial, residential, and entertainment districts. Engineering feasibility studies. Comprehensive engineering assessments were conducted to determine the technical viability of various transportation modes, such as elevated trains, underground tunnels, or a combination of both. This step was crucial in ensuring that the proposed system could be integrated seamlessly into the existing urban fabric. Financial projections. Accurate financial projections were crucial to secure the necessary funding for the project. These projections included estimates of construction costs, operational expenses, fare structures, and potential revenue streams. Demonstrating the financial viability of the system was essential to attract both public and private investment. Environmental and social impact studies. Recognizing the broader implications of such a large-scale project, environmental and social impact assessments were carried out. These studies evaluated potential effects on local communities, heritage sites, and the environment, and helped guide decision-making to minimize negative consequences. By the end of this phase, the groundwork had been laid for the subsequent stages of development. The extensive planning, feasibility assessments, and establishment of the BMTA provided a solid foundation for the Bangkok Mass Transit System's actual construction and implementation. This phase not only demonstrated the government's commitment to addressing urban challenges but also set the stage for a modern and efficient public transportation network that would redefine the way people move around the city. Phase 2, BTS Skytrain Inauguration, 1999. The first phase of the Bangkok Mass Transit System materialized with the opening of the BTS Skytrain in December 1999. This elevated rail system, operated by Bangkok Mass Transit System Public Company Limited, BTSC, covered two main lines, the Sukhumvit Line and the Siloam Line. The Skytrain not only eased traffic congestion but also elevated the city's modernization efforts, showcasing cutting-edge technology and international standards. Inauguration of the BTS Skytrain. The highlight of Phase 2 was the introduction of the BTS Skytrain, an elevated rail system designed to provide efficient and convenient transportation within the city. The BTS Skytrain was operated by the Bangkok Mass Transit System Public Company Limited, BTSC, a subsidiary of the BTS Group. The system initially comprised two main lines. The Sukhumvit line stretched from Mo Chit in the north to On Nut in the southeast, connecting various important areas including the bustling Sukhumvit Road, major commercial centers, and residential neighborhoods. The Siloam line covered the route from the National Stadium in the west to the southwest, passing through the Siloam Business District, Siam Square shopping area, and other key destinations. Impact on traffic congestion. The introduction of the BTS Skytrain had an immediate and positive impact on traffic congestion in the city. With an efficient and reliable mass transit option now available, many residents and visitors opted for the Skytrain as an alternative to driving on the congested roads. This shift in transportation behavior helped alleviate traffic woes, reduce air pollution, and contribute to a more livable urban environment. Showcasing modernization and technology, the BTS Skytrain not only served as a functional transportation solution but also represented Bangkok's aspirations for modernization. The system introduced cutting-edge technology, sleek design, and international standards of quality, which were relatively novel in the context of Bangkok's public infrastructure at the time. This iconic elevated rail system became a symbol of the city's progress and global outlook. Catalyst for urban development, the BTS Skytrain also acted as a catalyst for urban development along its routes. The enhanced accessibility brought about by the mass transit system led to increased economic activity and property value appreciation around the stations. Developers capitalized on the convenience of Skytrain access, leading to the emergence of new commercial and residential complexes, which, in turn, spurred further growth and urban renewal. Redefining public transportation, the successful launch of the BTS Skytrain set the stage for a paradigm shift in the way Bangkok's residents and visitors approached public transportation. It demonstrated that efficient and modern mass transit options were not only viable but also essential for the city's sustainable development. The positive reception of the Skytrain laid the groundwork for future phases of expansion and the integration of additional modes of transit. Phase 3. Expansion and integration, 2000s to 2010s. Phase 3 of the development of the Bangkok Mass Transit System marked an era of significant expansion and integration, building upon the success of the initial BTS Skytrain phase. This period, spanning from the 2000s to the 2010s, saw the introduction of new lines, modes of transportation, and a comprehensive effort to enhance connectivity across the city. Expansion of BTS lines, with the objective of serving a broader range of areas and neighborhoods, the authorities undertook a substantial expansion of the existing BTS lines, the Sukhumvit line, and the Siloam line. New stations were added to these lines, extending their coverage and improving accessibility for residents and visitors. Airport Rail Link. One of the notable developments during this phase was the introduction of the Airport Rail Link in 2010. This dedicated train service connected the city center with Suvarnabhumi Airport, one of Bangkok's main international airports. The Airport Rail Link provided a fast and convenient transit option for travelers, reducing travel time and streamlining the journey to and from the airport. MRT System Integration. The Mass Rapid Transit (MRT) system was introduced as a complement to the BTS Skytrain. The Blue Line became the first MRT line to operate in Bangkok. It was inaugurated in 2004 and marked the city's entry into underground rapid transit. The Blue Line connected the former Central Railway Station of Bangkok to Bang Sue, intersecting with the BTS Skytrain at multiple points. This integration between the BTS and MRT networks facilitated seamless transfers for passengers, promoting a more interconnected public transportation system. Expansion of MRT lines. Following the success of the Blue Line, the MRT system underwent further expansion. The Purple Line was introduced in 2016. This line extended the MRT network northwestward, serving areas that were previously underserved by mass transit options. Moreover, the Blue Line was extended, expanding its reach to the north and east. This extension not only enhanced connectivity but also extended the benefits of efficient and reliable public transportation to previously untapped areas of the city. Interconnectivity and accessibility. One of the primary goals of Phase 3 was to improve interconnectivity between various modes of transportation. The expansion and integration of the BTS and MRT systems, along with the airport rail link, allowed passengers to seamlessly switch between different lines, enabling more efficient journeys and reducing travel times across the city. Catalyst for urban growth, the expansion of the mass transit system in Phase 3 continued to act as a catalyst for urban growth and development. New stations and transit hubs became focal points for commercial and residential projects, contributing to economic activity and transforming previously overlooked areas into vibrant urban centers. Phase 4, Future Developments and Sustainability. Looking ahead, the Bangkok Mass Transit System continues to evolve. Plans are in place for the construction of new lines, extensions, and interconnections to further enhance accessibility and reduce traffic congestion. Phase 4 of the Bangkok Mass Transit System's development represents a forward-looking approach that emphasizes future expansions, increased accessibility, and a commitment to sustainability. This phase focuses on the construction of new lines, extensions, and interconnections that aim to further alleviate traffic congestion, enhance connectivity, and promote eco-friendly transportation solutions. New line construction. One of the key aspects of Phase 4 is the construction of new mass transit lines that will extend the coverage of the existing network. These new lines are strategically designed to serve areas with high population density, commercial activity, and transportation demand. The expansion aims to provide residents with more options for efficient and convenient travel. The Pink Line is one of the prominent upcoming projects. This line will link the western and northern parts of the city. It is expected to traverse areas with substantial residential and commercial development, making it a vital addition to the mass transit network. Another significant project is the Gold Line. This line aims to provide improved accessibility to popular cultural and tourist attractions, connecting Thonburi with the historic heart of Bangkok. Extensions and interconnections. Phase 4 also involves extending existing lines and enhancing interconnectivity to create a more integrated transportation system. Blue Line extension. The extension of the Blue Line continues with a focus on serving the eastern parts of the city. This extension will provide greater accessibility to areas that were previously underserved by mass transit options. Sustainability initiatives. Sustainability is a key consideration in Phase 4, reflecting global trends in urban development. Efforts are being made to promote environmentally friendly transportation solutions, reduce carbon emissions, and enhance the overall quality of life for residents. Eco-friendly design. New lines and stations are being designed with a focus on eco-friendly features. This includes energy-efficient technologies, green spaces, and pedestrian-friendly infrastructure around stations. Multimodal integration. Integrating mass transit systems with other modes of transportation, such as cycling lanes and pedestrian walkways, encourages the use of non-motorized transportation options and reduces reliance on private vehicles. Urban planning and development. The expansion of the mass transit network in Phase 4 is expected to drive urban development along its routes, promoting transit-oriented development that prioritizes accessibility, convenience, and sustainable living. Smart transportation solutions. The integration of smart technologies, such as real-time tracking and digital payment systems, enhances the overall travel experience for passengers and streamlines operations for the authorities. In conclusion, Phase 4 of the Bangkok Mass Transit System's development represents a proactive approach to the city's ongoing growth and evolution. With new lines, extensions, and interconnections, the aim is to provide residents and visitors with a comprehensive and efficient mass transit network that supports economic development, reduces traffic congestion, and promotes sustainability. As the city continues to expand and modernize, the mass transit system remains at the forefront of shaping Bangkok's urban landscape and enhancing its livability.